We're back. Springs purchased. So I'm going to pull these apart, slap it in the car and see if we can drop it down. Also I have to tighten all the suspension components. So I nearly forgot about that. Things I got, they're a little bit more beefy in comparison. So hopefully that's not an issue. And I don't know whether or not, should I break open that end and cut it open so I can loop it around? How does it actually go on? I think I can just pull it. So I'm going to give that a crack. So I decided just to cut it to make my life easier, because I was looking at it and I don't think I could have got it on otherwise. So I cut it a bit to make it hook on a lot easier. I'm not too sure if you guys can see clearly, but I can fit one side on, but I don't think I've cut it big enough so I can loop over properly like that. So I'm going to clear up this image for you so you guys can understand what I'm talking about. Just having a hard time focusing with everything under here, but I thought you guys can get the picture. Manual focus now. This is the best image I'm going to get of this kind of situation. So, right, can you move? Let me. Can you move it? Left or right? Let go. So it doesn't snap back into place like I wanted to. Go the other direction, please. Let go. Moves super slowly, so it's beginning to make me think it's the shifter. To myself, look what I found again. That means I've dropped the magnet again, and we are looking for it somewhere. It comes out of focus. There we go. Let me know if you guys can see it. Here it is. Thank you. Found that. Sway bar either. So that's probably something that I'm gonna have to look out and buy after this. Focus has been out of whack lately. There we go. After this, I'm gonna get Nathan over there to drive the car. RIP. In there, except for this nut that's not supposed to be in there. That's a little bit loose, we'll cable tie that later. Power steering still needs to be fixed, but I think that is everything. Like I said, Nathan's going to be driving the car, and I am trying to just think, is everything buttoned up and finished? I can't think of anything else, so we'll see if he comes back with anything. The reason why I'm not driving is purely because I want the car to be fixed so bad that I'm probably gonna not hear the things that I should be hearing. So I'm relying on Nathan to give me some proper feedback, and then maybe then after that I'll drive it. But for me, I just want the car to be fixed. I'm so desperate.
Just want to try it?
Yeah, just try it now if you can get into fifth, because that was a problem that I was having yesterday when I was testing it. He's not a mechanic, by the way. Just a friend that I met through painting. Can you go through all of them? Smells funky, really good. I don't think so. Damn. That's for power steering. And that noise that you hear while driving, that's pretty sure that's my brake dust guard for my caliper. So let's see what he comes back with and says. Oh, it's on his way back. That is not necessarily a good thing. Or maybe it is. Good or bad?
Really rough.
Rough to drive? Or is it vibrate rough?
Vibrate rough.
But it's not broken, right? Oh, that's right. So on the drive back, I noticed that my calipers are a little bit wet, which is strange. So I'm gonna have a look at the nipple, see if that's okay. But this focus issue is really annoying me now. So we fixed the first problem.
Huh?
Yeah, just keep pumping them. Let's see if we can get some.
Yeah, it's pretty harder.
Yeah, you have to turn on the car, I think. No, it's just wet. Must be just because it's wet. Up here it's just bleeding out. So I'll wipe it back down again, and then we'll see if it pops up again, because no brakes mean big trouble. But okay, off the brakes. And the initial sound is gone from the rotor. This is this dust shield that's sitting super close to it. So I'm just bending it back as much as I can. I think this bottom area is the culprit. So I'm going to just trim it and see if that can fix the problem. Oh, perfect. Extra hands. There we go. I think it's too stretched. That's what she said. So we replaced it with the same diameter hose, probably a newer hose. Double clamped it. I don't think that will work, but at the moment, this is what we're going with. Yeah, from that guy. And then he'll go for another drive. No leaks at the bottom yet. So fingers crossed this works. This is only a temporary fix, guys. Just to make sure we can clear out any driving issues from this car. I'm dodgy, but give me some credit. Lighting. So I just took the car for a drive and it feels good, really good. No clunkiness, it's still pretty rough, only because the power steering cuts on and off, which is making me think that I should probably just delete it, because I've still got air in the system, or I'm just going to send it to the shops just so they can resolve. Maybe the rack itself has a leak, or maybe because I went custom lines and stuff like that, it's somewhat screwed up. So that's something I'll probably have to look at. But gearbox fixed, drives insane. I can't wait. And so I think the idea to go with the 5-speed is definitely paying off, because I'm not shifting as much and I'm getting a lot more speed out of it. So super fun car, super fun. Yeah. Thing about this is my creeper is not going to make it. I think I have to find a new one. I realized I'm not gonna get rid of power steering because that's just crazy, because I don't want to struggle to drive my car. So car's out of the garage now, so time to just clean and get rid of all this stuff. Gearbox, and I could lift it up and whatnot. I just tried again with the 6-speed and I could lift it, but I didn't feel as strong as I did the other day. That leads me to think that the 5-speed is lighter than the 6-speed, which makes sense because this doesn't have the LSD and it's only got 5 gears. So my bad. Guys, mail time. Let's see what shenanigans I have bought. USB-C dongle for my computer because all this editing and camera stuff is taking up too much space. And finally, some clip-ins for wiring, so they'll come in handy for future projects. I think I'm going to call it. I think today's drive on the Integra with the 5-speed, I think it was so much better because the acceleration on the Honda is still very fast. Maybe it's because it's a Honda, or maybe it's because it's the K series, or maybe it's because it's turbo, or maybe it's because of all of it. But it was very fast and responsive, and I think the 5-speed definitely improved its drivability. It wasn't as rev happy as previously. I have to grab a video of me driving, and that way you guys will be able to get a better understanding of what the 5-speed did to the car, and I'll do a comparison between the previous drive and this drive. But it'll be completely different because when I do the next drive, I will make sure that I have the camera that's like mounted to my head. That way you guys can see what I'm seeing. But the car sounds and drives really good, other than the power steering issue, because it's very intermittent. Yeah, 1 minute's working, 1 minute's not, and driving like that, it's a little bit frustrating. So I think that when I drive it, air bubbles will start to build up and then it just clogs, it just stops the power steering working properly. So I think it's coming from the rack side or one of the hoses going into the rack, but I'll send that off and we'll find out. And then that way, after that, it's I think it's safe to say to book it in for a tune, and then see who can work the magic to get it on the road. I've got a couple of solutions planned, but we'll see what happens. So thanks guys. I think I'm gonna call it. maybe it's because the acceleration on the Honda